Alright guys, next up is my Sega pickups for October and November. Sorry if I keep saying that over and over again. I just want to make sure people know it's October and November I picked these up in. It's a good month, man. I got lucky with a lot of the finds I got. So we'll start from the Sega Genesis and work our way up through the systems there. The first one I got this at a little place. It's not complete. It is a box game, so I'm always up for box games. Got this for about $5. I wish I could haggle with her because there was a couple things I was trying to get. But I ended up settling for a couple of things that you'll also see a Sega complete. Thunder Force 2 looks like a shoot 'em up or shmup. Very, very excited to. I guess I'm excited to get this. I don't know if it's a good game or not. It was a complete game, so I got it for $5. Probably say I would have liked to got a little bit cheaper, but again, it's not complete. But it's in pretty good shape. A little dirty. I cleaned it a little bit, but the case sometimes when that dust gets in there, it's sort of hard to get out. So. Thunder Force 2 for the Sega Genesis. Next up, I say I don't pick up sports games, but I picked up two, actually three, for different reasons. A big USA basketball fan. This was during the Olympics, and me and my brother was talking about if they had ever been in the game because the NBA 2K13 had put them together. I'm a big 2K fan. I think it's probably the best sports game going right now. Haven't picked up 13, I just ain't had the funds, but definitely going to pick that up. But apparently there was another game, basically titled just USA Basketball for the Sega Genesis. This is the first game to have the original 92 Dream Team in it. Very stoked. Got it for $7. There's a place in Johnson City called, Tennessee called, I think Video Game Exchange. They have some really good deals on their retro stuff, and you'll see I got a couple more coming up for the Dreamcast. But very stoked. Haven't played this yet. I don't have a Sega Genesis yet. That doesn't mean I can't pick it up for things. So here is again USA Basketball, and can't wait to get to going. Next up is a sports game. I got both of these for $5 together. One of them's AAA 96. I've never played this one. It has Ozzie Smith in it. I was joking with my brother. Says you've got to be quick to make a double play. With players like Ozzie Smith, it's a snap. You snap throw it, and I was like, oh, that looks just like Ozzie Smith. No, not really. No, I can't even tell if it's the Cardinals, to be quite honest, on there. So I picked up that. It's a complete copy. It comes with the manual and everything else. And I just totally there we go. Apparently not going to stay in there. So manual and all the mailing stuff too, which is pretty cool. So pretty stoked to have that. Just a baseball game I had to pick up because it was complete. Next up, a lot of memories. I talked about Madden. Madden 95 was the first game. Was the first football game. I played this forever. I don't think I picked up another one until probably the PlayStation 2. To be quite honest, I was more of an NCAA guy on PlayStation, so I didn't really pick up with all the sports games with the Game Breakers. I don't know if you guys remember that for the PS1. I thought that was a little bit better than the Maddens, but Madden 95 was the first one I picked up. Awesome. The Cowboys, obviously, with the triplets there, Irvin, Aikman, and Emmitt Smith, Jay Novak, Jake. John's a big Cowboys fan, so. But yeah, picked it up complete. A little bit of a nick on the front there on the outside plastic there, but no big. You had to pick this up just for nostalgic reasons. Probably never played again. Those things are super slow compared to playing them now. So, Madden 95 for the Sega Genesis. Got this one for $3. She had it for $5. I counter offered with 2, and she said 3, and I said, all right. It's a complete copy of Jurassic Park. Probably not the best game. A lot of people think it's probably better than the one for Super Nintendo. So I can't wait to play it. I may have played this before. I don't remember. I played a lot of Genesis games because that's kind of what I had as a kid. But I was very stoked. It is complete. It does have the nice Genesis manual there, and getting the clamshell case there. So Jurassic Park 4, the Sega Genesis. Next up we'll go my lone Sega Saturn game. I don't have a Sega Saturn yet. Working on it. Excuse me. This is a complete. Picked it up the same place I picked up Thunder or whatever it was called. Thunder Force 2. Cleaned it up a little bit. There's some markings on the front. Virtual Cop, and this is complete for except for the styrofoam they used to put in them. Complete with the manual there. Love to get a stunner gun. Apparently doesn't work on the newer flat screens. It has to be more of a rear projection, the SRT screen. So very stoked to have that complete. I remember playing this with my buddy who was the only one that I ever knew had a Sega Saturn when it first came out. Everybody else got PlayStations, he got Sega Saturn. some people were just unlucky. Virtual Cop 2, he had, Daytona USA, he had a bunch of other stuff. They had Daytona USA, but the case was busted pretty bad, so I kind of held off on that one because I knew it was going to be $5. This may have been worth $5, but the other one definitely wasn't. So, very cool to have Virtual Cop for the Sega Saturn. Now it's time to move on to the Dreamcast. We'll say the best for last year. These two games I got, I was talking about the aforementioned Video Game Exchange over in, I don't know if it's called Exchange, I think it's called Trading Company. Have a bunch of stuff. Very good, on the retro games. A lot of times they buy one, get one free, buy two, get three free or something like that, some kind of crazy stuff. The first one I got is, this was the free one that I got, and I'll show you the one I kind of paid $6 for. This is called Slave Zero. There wasn't a lot of choices that I would like to have. It wasn't like any Codename Veronica's or anything like that, so that I would like to have. So this one looked like pretty cool. I'm a big third-person fan. I'm not a huge first-person fan anymore, but this one looked pretty cool. So Slave Zero for Dreamcast. This one is the one I paid for, is Blue Stinger. I saw this on Racket Boys, some of the best survival horror games, some of the best games for Dreamcast. So definitely want to pick this up. Got it for like $6. I think my brother paid for it for me, basically. So I ended up getting kind of this one free because I ain't paid him back. And so Blue Stinger for the Dreamcast. The next one, it has a busted case, but the great thing with Dreamcast and PlayStation games, especially just the single disc ones, you can always replace them with a regular CD case. So Rayman, I think it's Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Very, very cool game for one of those damn great platformer for the Dreamcast. Game highly recommended. It's busted on the top, one of the hinges are loose, or it's busted off. So can't wait to kind of get into this, get a better case for it, and kind of clean it up a little bit. So Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Next up, I got this at a flea market for like I think $1. Told the guys I had to get it repaired because it's pretty scratched up. Again, this is a Racket Boy, recommendation. This is a Toy Commander for the Dreamcast. Again, it's not complete; it's just a disc. I'll have to get a better case for it because this one busted. Apparently, was owned by NG316, Stone Cold sister apparently. So, Toy Commander. Not much to say there, it's just a disc, so I haven't played it yet, we'll see. I picked up a Dreamcast for $5 at a flea market. Controller port was busted on it, ended up fixing it, so works out pretty good. It was nice too, no yellow or nothing on it, so I was pretty stoked for it. Next up is the, I had this in disc, and I saw this at G2K. I picked this up with Chrono Cross, I believe. It was $15. Had the disc, I paid like $8 for. Didn't have the fourth disc, which apparently is some kind of interactive disc that comes with it. This is complete. It's a Shenmue for the Dreamcast. Very stoked to have this. I was very excited to have this in my collection, my Dreamcast collection. Does come complete with the manual there. Paid $15 for it. I think a pretty good price. I've seen it go for a little bit less or a little bit more online. So sometimes you gotta spurge. Sometimes you gotta pay a little bit less, a little bit more to get what you want. And this is one of the times I was like, you know what, I'll probably never see this again out in the wild like that. So definitely picked it up and kind of went with it. I don't do eBay. I check out Craigslist. I don't do a lot of that. So a lot of mine's flea markets or stores that I know that are fairly priced. And you'll see, I caught one of them slipping, but I won't tell you which one that is later on in the Nintendo pickup. So, Shenmue for the Dreamcast. And that concludes the Sega pickups for October and November. And I think Nintendo is next, which is the big one, and I kind of saved for last. So hopefully you've hung in with us and appreciate it. I know it's a little long video. It won't be long. It won't be this long after this. So hopefully I can kind of do some mini pickups here or there when I get some cool stuff. So Nintendo's coming up. So hold tight.